Hey guys, what's up? Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I've got a quick primer on Humana, one of the new synths or samplers in Reason 10. And this is based on some of the other Soundiron contact libraries. I am so pleasantly surprised by this, and I've been using it way too much. Literally, I'll put it on songs and it sounds great, and I'm like, but then, do I really want my song to have I don't know that every song needs that. So, but I love it, and I've been using it a lot, and I think I will continue to use it a lot. And once I get a little tired of it, then I'll be using it the right amount. But I want to give you a quick overview of Mercury, and then I want to give some advanced tips for arranging and how to quickly get a great sound. I've already made a video on Clang. This is basically the same thing, and I'm going to make one on Pangea, which is also the same thing. You've got your performance section here with your pitch and your mod wheel, and then these knobs here affect what your mod wheel does, and this number here affects your pitch bend range. Here you select which of the sample engines you want. If it doesn't say or if it doesn't say staccato, it's sustained. If it says staccato, staccato just means it's short. So we'll do a Venus staccato versus, and there's a lot of reverb and delay. We'll jump over there versus the Venus So we'll get to this when we get to the major tips of it. So I'll get to the types of engines later, which is, and a very important thing is using the right engine for the right sounds. Then we've got the filter, which is basically like if you want to do more sweepy electronic stuff like and you can modulate that either with you can set it so that your mod wheel does that. But I didn't actually do that. Yeah. So the mod wheel or the cutoff, it's unidirectional, so or bidirectional, but it's got to be. If you're all the way up, then there's nowhere to go. So when you set it there, but also you can use an LFO or some other advanced things to control that. You've got your amp to decide whether it's more like a pad or like a lead, and you've got your delay and reverb built in. So that's a really quick overview of Humana. You've got male voices and female voices, some that are more staccato, some that are more legato, and you've got ahs and oohs, and basically the main sounds you need for a backing chorus. I'm just going to take a second right now to say that I just recently launched a Patreon channel. The link is down below. The main point of it is to increase and improve the quality of these videos, to hire some editors to make these better, and to make more content that's more useful. So go visit it, because if you sign up there, you'll get access to exclusive videos with very specific cool tips that I don't think are quite YouTube appropriate. Here on YouTube, I have to be more general about the tips I'm giving, but if I know that you're a real Reason fan, I can really just nail in on the bus compressor on the SSL mixer and just give a 5-minute video on that, which I don't think would be that helpful on Reason or on YouTube. And then also downloadable program files and things that take a little more time to put together. So yeah, please check that out. I'd really appreciate your support, and I think it'll make this whole channel better and more enjoyable for you, and you'll also get some great content. But now let's actually talk about the second point, which is how to conceptualize and how to use Venus. So what we'll do, we'll just open up a patch. We'll do the female alto. Let's do this female soprano natural. So the real quick and dirty way of doing this would be open up scales and chords, and we'll do like a 3-note open C major with the zeroth inversion. We got to find the right octave. Nope. So there's one voice there that's doing something weird. That's what we need there. So you have to be sure to make this sound real, at least. You can also make it sound not real, but to make it sound real, you have to make sure that the samples are in the right range. And with this, they're really, they start to sound fake very quickly, like if you try and use a female soprano down low. But if you use it in the right range, then it sounds great. So what I want to do, just a quick, we'll just draw a C here. What C is that? C3? Yeah. And we'll stretch it out. So we've got the female soprano there. And then what we'll do is we'll create, and it's saying ah. So let's create another, actually let's duplicate, this is an even easier way. So duplicate devices and tracks. So we've got another one with the player there already. And now let's change this to a male bass ah. And so we've got that now. And let's do this on a different inversion. That's too low. Okay. And we'll pan you to the right, and let's draw. We'll just. So, I'll do that. What the? Oh, yeah, because it already had the note there. Duh. So let's just, yeah, it's going to be C3 for both. It's just which inversion. So now you can already hear by layering the right sounds together, you get a much more natural performance by doing both ahs, male and female, by doing them in their right voice. And then if you want a little melody on top of that, you know, you can add a Venus staccato, and let's find the right range. Okay, that's too far out there. Let's go down one more. Okay, so if we play it. And to make it even more interesting, that's where we've gone wrong, is we need to have a chord change. So take these, copy and paste them, but we'll shift it down. Nope, not you. Okay, so now it plays like. Put loop on, but the main point is that you need to layer staccatos and legatos together to get your melody, and then you need sort of the pads of the male and female sounds. So just to show you, I'll switch the female ah to a female o, and you'll hear how it doesn't quite. Now if we put the male to o. Put the male to staccato. So there you have it. When you are using Humana, it's super powerful, but you've got to use it right. And that basically means staying within the right octave range, matching sounds, and knowing when to use the staccato versus the sustained. You add those all together, though, and you get some really great sounds really quickly. And honestly, scales and chords is probably not the right choice for this, because the best sounding like chorus pads are sort of where you will sustain some notes and just move around other notes like this. And actually also the bass, you might only want to hold down the bass notes. You might want to have, to do it even better, you might have the alto playing a few notes, the soprano playing a few notes, the male tenor, and the male bass. So the more time you spend in arranging the vocals, the better it's going to sound. But let me just give you a quick Venus. So like. So that's really the best way you get it to sound, is when you start doing adds and diminished things to the chords, which is why scales and chords doesn't fully get you there. And especially if you can split that out on the sopranos and the altos and the tenors and the basses and all of that. So really hope this was interesting and helpful. This would apply to strings, it applies to everything. But this is really how I would approach using Humana. I wish you guys all the luck. And if you found this helpful, don't hesitate to visit the Patreon and get some of those insider tips.